Hi, YouTube viewers, subscribers. My name is Jeff Colley. I'm the director of UniTec Career Center, and I'm here today at Pettus Automotive with one of their salesmen, actually sales manager, John Robinson. John's going to give us a walk around here in just a second of this beautiful 2020 Dodge Laramie pickup. But we're here because we're doing a promotion with Pettus. For every car they sell during the month of May of this year, they're going to donate $100 to the UniTec Foundation. And we're going to use that money for matching funds for a grant to help us build a new building that we're doing there on our campus. John, thanks for being with us today.
My
Appreciate
pleasure.
you coming out.
My pleasure, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about this vehicle that we have today, and then we're going to do something cool here in a little bit. You're going to get in with Mr. Lowry.
Yep.
He's going to go around. We're going to do a little driving interview.
Sounds-
the first one we've done.
Sounds like a
So
good time.
We're excited about it. Tell us about this Laramie and kind of show us around, if you would.
I'm driving this truck. I like it so much. This is a nice truck. It's a Laramie package, so it's not the bottom. It's like 2 or 3 levels up, but it's not the most expensive. So it's a lot of truck for your everyday guy that wants leather but doesn't want to spend crazy money. And this particular truck, we sold this truck brand new to a really good customer, coming down with some situations and needed to get something different. And it's got 19,000 miles. So you can save a lot of money on this truck, but it's like brand new. I'm going to hate to kind of give it up, but I will. But let me just kind of show you. One of the main differences when you go to the Laramie, you get the upgraded interior. So you get leather versus cloth. You get navigation. You get heated seats. You get heated steering wheel. We can go on and on. But just all the trim, LED lighting, multi-function tailgate, and I'll show you that here in just a second. Step tubes, of course, you know, on and on. This is a really nice truck. It's priced, you can save, you know, about $25,000 over a brand new one. I've been kind of driving it, so it hasn't really been on the lot, but I doubt this truck lasts for a long time. So if you're looking for a nice truck, I would come in and maybe take a look at it. You can stuff 3 full-size guys back here. We just did that. Lots of room. The seats fold up. These are just really, really comfortable trucks, and we're going to see that in a minute. These trucks, one neat thing about these trucks is they have coil springs in the back. And you're going to find when we go drive this thing in a few minutes, this thing doesn't drive what most people think of as a truck. Really comfortable. We sell Fords too. We sell them all. I really like the ride on the Ram, and I think we're going to see that, and I'll point that out when we drive it. The suspension is what's got in this truck. What makes this truck, in my opinion, better? And so J.D. Power agrees with me. Better riding than the competitors. This particular one's got a tonneau cover on it, so it opens like that, normal. So it opens like that too, and a lot of them don't do that. And if you think about it, if you're throwing feed or you're throwing something in there, when you got the tailgate down, you got to lean over. I hauled a couple bags of mulch the other night, and I used this. So when you got that, you get right up in there. It's easy to get things out of here. So that's kind of a cool thing with this tailgate. So
Absolutely.
it multi-function, it opens a couple of different ways. Of course, we got the tow package, trailer brakes. This truck will pull about 9,000 pounds. I'd have to look it up to be exactly, but that's a lot of trailer for most people. Just a good looking truck.
John, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You're showing us a 2020 Dodge Ram Laramie.
Right.
Why are you not showing me a 22, and what's the story on those right now?
Well, the 22s and 23s, we're selling every one we can get. You know, everybody's kind of heard about this inventory thing going on. Right now, if you buy a brand new one, the rebate is 10% of the sticker price. So if the new one lists for, say, 70 grand, and I'm just pulling a number out of the air.
Let me stop you.
Yeah.
70,000, 10% off. I'm not a math guy, I'm an English guy, but that's
Same.
$7,000.
That's before we even start discounting the vehicle. That's from the factory.
Now, but what if I order this truck and then all of a sudden there's a price change?
Glad you asked. That's the most important thing, because right now that's what everybody's doing. They're ordering vehicles to get the exact package, color, content that they want. I can price protect that. So let's say you come in today, you order the truck, you get that 10% rebate locked in, or you can even get 2.9% finance, and you can kind of choose what you want. But when that truck comes in, you get that. I put in a code and it pops up just like you were a couple of months back. And really, they're coming fairly quick, about 2 months. That's way down from what it used to be. Not all of the vehicles are like that, but these trucks are coming in about 2 months. So order the truck, get the truck you want, get the color, get all the options. If you want the 12-inch screen, if you want black interior, if you want, whatever you want, order it. There's no restrictions on equipment right now, so I can get you whatever you want in a timely manner, and you can save all the money. And that rebate, we're discounting these things too, big time. So you're probably going to save 10, 11, maybe 12, depends on the truck, maybe $12,000. That's a lot of money.
You get exactly what you want,
and it's not going to take that long. And folks, if you rewind just a year or two with all the COVID craziness, they didn't even have rebates. Discounts just weren't like what they are right now. We're trying to be aggressive. We want to be a big player. We're kind of stuck here between Cape and St. Louis, but we want to be noticed. We sell a lot of vehicles. We get people to drive in. We pick people up from the airport. Drive your vehicle home. That's what it's all about right here.
I want to ask you a little bit, not about the truck, about the atmosphere in general here at Pettus, because Miss Matthews and I were here last week visiting with you and with Joe Pettus.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I said, we walked in, I said, I feel like I'm in a carnival and not a new car dealership. It was just such a welcoming atmosphere. You guys had popcorn, you had snacks, you had water, soda, coffee, you had everything available. It was just a very inviting atmosphere. I saw a lot of customers. What I didn't see was any high pressure sales. It was very relaxed setting. Can you tell us a little bit about the atmosphere of sales?
Well, I appreciate you mentioning that. I'm glad you noticed, because we do try that. I kind of preach that. Action creates action, so that's what's nice when you see lots of things like that, and it just kind of helps us. But you're right, people don't want to be pressured. I mean, they've proven that time and time again. This isn't the old days where we're going to run back and forth and go hide behind a wall.
Let me talk to my manager.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's a thing called the internet. Right. You can look these trucks up anywhere. You can see what everybody's selling these things for. You can. We realize that. So we're going to cut through all of that and save you some time and save you some aggravation. And we want you to be happy with it. When you buy this vehicle, we want you to know the salesperson you bought it from. That's important. I'm assuming that's why you now have this truck. These people, I don't want to give their name away because I've been selling it for over 20 years. And the other salesperson that deals with them, same way. They're retired Chrysler employee. They live in the area. They know us. And that's the nice thing. When you buy a car, and these things are expensive. I'm not trying to hide that. We've already talked about that. But, if you need something, or you
need a relationship.
Absolutely. And I don't care. I preach this to my kids. Everything's based on relationships. I don't care if you're selling or if you're just dealing with somebody. It's all about relationships, no matter what you're. And that's really important. I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's one of the things that I preach to my guys here. It's all about relationships. People want to feel comfortable. They want to trust you. It just goes a long way in everything we do here. It is the relationships. When you buy a vehicle here, if you need an oil change, you need something, we're not going to leave you walking. Here, take the keys. I loan this truck out all the time. Here, we're changing your oil. You want to run to town and get you something? Sure, take my truck. Just the little things like that. If you go maybe to the city, you might just be a number. There's a lot, buy local, buy from people you know. We all live in the community. We raise our kids in the community. We try to support things such as, UniTec, like what we're trying to do right now. You're not going to that's not happening if you go up to the city.
Two more things I want to comment on. Actually, three things. First is, as we were driving down here, we started at one location on your lot. We drove down to this location.
Yeah.
One of the things I noticed, you have a lot of new vehicles on the lot, but here's what I noticed. I don't know if Jason's caught this with the camera yet. There's a Denali sitting here. There's a Hyundai there. There's a GMC. You've got a super nice Toyota 4Runner sitting there. You've got a lot of used inventory on this lot.
Yeah.
And I think that you guys have kind of focused that sales approach as well.
Right, exactly. We go out, like that 4Runner you just mentioned, we went out and bought it. We found it. Great miles. We were able to obtain it for a lot. That's a nice vehicle. It takes time. It takes a lot of,
There's a Range Rover on this side.
heck yeah.
I don't know that you could come here and not find what you wanted. But if you did, that brings my second point. You have another location.
Yeah, we've got about 5 more locations, so it's probably on one of the other lots.
Right.
If it's not, we'll get it. We can get it. There's ways that just like we bought this inventory. If you come in and you're wanting this certain vehicle with this, we can get it. It might take us a couple days, but we'll get it.
The other thing I wanted to comment on to our subscribers and viewers, if you want to see the nicest minivan in the history of minivans in your showroom, you got to get this before you leave, Jason.
Okay.
In your showroom. I know we weren't going to feature that.
Yeah.
But we got to feature
No,
this
it's
vehicle.
nice. Yep.
If Cadillac made a minivan, this is the Cadillac van. Tell me just a little bit about this van.
That's a Chrysler Pacifica with what they call the Pinnacle package. Think about that. The top of the line. They came out with that. Those are really, really hard to get. You really can't even get there. I kind of pulled some strings to get that. Really nice. It even comes with quilted pillows. Leather, Napa quilted pillows. It's got the built-in Amazon Fire TVs in the back of the seat. Full panoramic roof. When you say minivan, it really, for some reason, that has kind of I don't want to drive a minivan.
There's no negative connotation to this van.
No, not at all. And by the way, it's one of the best riding vehicles around. Adults, you don't have to be a soccer mom. My wife and I, we go out with other couples all the time. That's a great vehicle to take. Captain's chairs, they're comfortable, quiet, roomy, easy to get in and out. You don't have doors swinging into other cars.
I got inside when we were here the first time. It's like sitting in a theater. The seats are just, it's like the theater style seating. There's a level of comfort. And you mentioned now these massive screens that are available on these vehicles.
Yeah. You keep hitting on all the good points. I just was talking to a customer the other day. They were having this screen. They bought a daughter a new vehicle, a new Compass yesterday. It's got a 12-inch screen in it. The mom's car's only got a 10-inch screen, so they were kind of going back and forth. The dad goes, I don't even have a screen. I've got a radio with buttons.
Right.
Well, that's the way it used to be. Now, everything is controlled through your climate control. If you got massaging seats or heated seats, your air suspension on some of these trucks, everything is controlled through that. So it's pretty neat. The apps that go with these cars. There's an app. You can be in a restaurant. Did I lock my truck? Get your phone out.
Where did I park my truck?
Yeah, GPS. You can track. Your kids are taking the car. You can get your phone out and follow that car.
Right.
A lot of neat things, security, safety. You talk about prices and what these vehicles cost. But if you go back, I've been doing this 32 years. If you look at vehicles, what they had on them then, and what they've got on them now, it's not even close. It really isn't close.
We were out of town over the weekend, and we were trying to locate a specific restaurant. And we were in a rental car, and I remember heavy traffic. And I told my wife, I don't remember what it was like trying to find a place before GPS. We're so used to it now.
Yep.
And we were in a new Dodge that we'd rented, and oddly enough, it had that large screen, all hands-free.
Yeah.
And it's I see this on almost all your units.
These new vehicles with Chrysler, it's called UConnect 5. So it's got Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. You don't have to plug your phone in anymore. So if you've got Siri and you're out of town and you need to find a pharmacy, pick your phone up and find me Walgreens, find me CVS. Boom, instantly the Google Maps comes up from your phone on your vehicle, and it takes you right there. You don't have to take your hands off the wheels. There's a Siri button right on the steering wheel. It's pretty nice. I'm an old map guy. My kids used to tease me all the time. I like the big atlases and the maps to go on vacation. Just kind of a thing with me. But really, that really is old school. Hit the button, tell it where you want to go, and it'll take you there.
Last thing I wanted to touch on is, again, the van just jumped out at me. As soon as I walked in, I saw the van. But as I started walking around, you got some other really high-end, just super cool vehicles. Can you tell us about a couple of those? I know you got a lifted truck. You've got some different things here that you don't expect to see on a lot in Park Hills, Bonne Terre.
Yeah, exactly. We've got a red-eye Charger. Really, really neat car. Of course, we've got the Grand Wagoneer Series 2. We've got a couple of those. We've got some more on the way.
Do you have any cars inside that Grand Wagoneer? That thing is monstrous.
Yeah.
You could take what is that seat now? Is it seat
Up to 8. That is a Grand Wagoneer. They are coming out, and I've got a couple on order for customers. So the Grand Wagoneer L. It is even extended beyond that. So you talk about big in size, big V8, and also what they call a Hurricane inline 6 twin turbo V6. Great gas mileage, lots of horsepower. Really a neat vehicle. If you ever wanted to drive one, think, I don't know if I'd like a vehicle like that, just come on by. We'll toss you the keys. You can take a Grand Wagoneer out on the highway.
Folks, we've been visiting with John Robinson, sales manager here. If you want to buy a car, if you're interested in looking at a car, new or used, if you don't know what you want, this guy, I promise you, is going to be a low pressure. He's going to be very informative. We've learned a whole lot just in visiting with you here. And I think that they've got a lot of things on the lot here that would be beneficial to you. And you've got people in the right place. I was here yesterday picking up parts that we needed for UniTec.
Yeah.
And your parts department, they were able to get us exactly what we needed. I had a question because there was something in the diagnostic that we couldn't figure out. We called the service department. They walked us through, got us the exact part, and it was all done with a smile.
Good.
And
I'm glad to hear that.
We were really pleased with it.
Good to hear that.
But I'm going to go ahead and end this part of the interview, and then Jason's going to get in the vehicle with RJ. We're going to do a little cruising with you and get some questions.
Great. It'll be fun. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.